I lived in Napa all my life. There was only 1,800 people in Navan when I was growing up. I knew everyone in the town. When I was, I'd say about 12, my next door neighbour worked in Spicer's. He was a bread man. I started going around with him, selling the bread around the estate after work, which I think was my biggest learning point in life, was doing that and meeting people, you know. It was a great experience. Cars in the 50s were very, very limited. There was 2 or 3 cars in the estate. It was the height of it, like, you know. Like, my family didn't have a car. My next door neighbour had. It was a thrill for me to get a spin in the car. Mid-Carmel, probably it was 1965 or 6. Only around 18 or 19 at the time. We got married in 1969 and we have 4 children, 12 grandchildren. There was about 4 or 5 garages in Navan then. If Navan Engineering sold 100 cars in a year, it was a massive amount of cars to sell, you know. You built up a clientele with the people, like everyone knew you, and you knew everyone, you know. People felt at home. The basic thing was to get down to, or to be at the level of the person you're talking to or trying to sell a car to, you know. There's no point in being high up or down real low. You just got to the level of that person and you spoke to them the same way as they spoke to you. I stayed selling in Navan. I never sold cars anywhere else, only in Navan. 2006, I went and started working with ŠKODA. There was just 2 of us selling. We sold 460 new cars for the year, which was an awful lot of cars to sell. When I started first, you wouldn't have sold that amount in 5 years. I stayed with them until I retired in 2010. I was 66 then. I just felt like I had enough. I was working for 49 years. I decided I'd retire. Looking back on it, I probably should have stayed at it for another while. I enjoyed working, I enjoyed selling, enjoyable time. I've had more time with my grandchildren than I had with my own children. Whereas when I was working, you were out there working and you were trying to get money in to pay the bills, and that was your main objective, was to be able to keep going. Whereas now, go out and play with them or whatever, and you hand them back then when you're finished with it, you know. I'm going back into to do a bit of work for ŠKODA and the main dealer over in Drogheda, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm 75. Most people didn't live to that kind of an age when I was growing up. I think it's a good idea what ŠKODA are coming up with, you know.